This is my song, this is my jam.
It's the midweek drop, yeah.
This is my song, this is my jam.
Hey, what's happening? Just in case you haven't noticed, I have been super excited over the last 2 weeks. And this is because I thought the podcast was going to hit 500,000 downloads and streams sometime in December. But guess what? Today is the 30th of November 2022. And the podcast is sitting on 514,108 downloads and streams. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much for being an incredible part of this journey. Having 2 years to achieve this has been, I don't even know how to describe it, the best thing that could have happened to me. My son has helped me to encourage you to help me celebrate by buying me just one coffee. That's all, just one coffee tomorrow, which is the 1st of December 2022, just as a way of showing some appreciation for the work that goes into this. If the message didn't hit home, he's gonna say it for me just one more time.
Thank you for helping my papa make this podcast. He spends time away from me, but that's okay because you buy him coffees and he spends his money on me. Please make his birthday, his Christmas and postcards milestone very special. Buy him one coffee for £3 on 1 December 2022. I love him and I know you love him too. Don't let me down. Thank you, feelers.
To buy your one coffee and help me celebrate this incredible milestone on the 1st of December 2022, please head over to www.buymeacoffee.com/feeling station and make 2022 the best year ever for the Feeling Station podcast. With that out of the way, let's get into this week's midweek drop, and it's all about cheating. How did you get caught, or how did you catch your significant other? Message number 1. A word of advice to those who are bayed up. iCloud and the cloud is the pits. Oh boy. If you ever need to gift your bae the phone you were using, you better make sure your factory reset is done thrice. I repeat, thrice. And also ensure they use their own email to set it up. So, there was, and I just bought a new iPhone and decided to gift bae the old one I was using before as a second-hand gift. Silly me decided to just log out of WhatsApp and social media apps and gave her the old phone. I didn't reset it. Big mistake. And then there's a face palm. Guess what she did? She installed WhatsApp, linked her number, but then selected the restore iCloud backup option my way. And because the iCloud account that was on the phone was mine, it restored all of my backed up chats and calls. Yikes. I got a Tikoloshi looking horror face when she sent me the screenshots of conversations I had been having with another girl. Oh my G. And then the last line is, that's how I got caught. Hey, I've heard numerous stories about handing over a phone and how it often ends badly. Message number 2. All I can say is cursed are the women who date Nigerian men. Ooh. We met on a dating site and he wasn't the type of guy that I go for, at all. He looked like an African uncle. I had been single for some years and my friends told me I should be more open-minded and date him. Long story short, a month we started dating and it was his birthday. He demanded presents that were pretty expensive, especially for me, a student. I got them, no problem. Out of nowhere, he demanded money for a party, and that's where the manipulation started. I lent this man €1,000. I would buy groceries every time I would visit, and I started to do his assignments for him. Mud! He wanted peace and, not a stressful girlfriend. He then got a huge project he had to do, but I did not have the skills for it. So I helped, in quotes, him do it. I spent nights doing all his work for him. We planned a holiday and he dished me the last minute before I refused to cook rice and chicken to bring to Budapest. Because he doesn't trust Western food, but lives in Europe. He also decided to stop having sex as a New Year's resolution because he wanted to be closer to God. P.S. I have never seen him pray or read the Bible. He would run to another room if I started praying. This is funny. The next year, I found a girl who was calling him all the time, even at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I found messages for her, and he was saying, "How is my baby doing?" He claimed the baby was his niece. Oh, mad. A month later, I moved to a new city for work and downloaded Bumble to find friends. There's a friends category. Do I not see that man's profile is active? He is even wearing the clothes that I bought him, saying he's looking for a new girlfriend. Imagine. I took a screenshot and sent it to him, and he was lost for words. He said he knew I was going to find out and that he was scared to break up with me. I didn't say much. I just said I want my money and my laptop back. He said he had to bring the laptop in person and that it was the last goodbye. We had sex, but it was terrible. Now it's been 9 months since we broke up, and he hasn't been able to do his assignments and needs me to help him again. Woman, what did you do? And then at this point, the feeler who wrote this story sent me screenshots of a conversation that he had with her literally yesterday. So what, the 28th of November? The guy goes, "Hello." She says, "Hi." He goes, "Do you have a minute?" She says, yeah. He goes, "Can I call you, voice call?" And then she asked, "What is it about?" The guy replies, "I'm trying to know if I need to convert my CRS to long and LAT because I am getting an error trying to plot it. I remembered you did some sort of coordinate conversion, but can't remember how you did it." And then she replied, "Lol, do you look for me only when you need stuff?" And then the guy replies, "No, not at all. You don't chat with me or check up on me." And then he continues, "So I do that and still later chat you up for this. I'm 100% sure this is what you would have said, that I'm trying to make friends with you because I needed your help. It's fine. If you can't help, I totally understand." And then she replied, "Lol, nah, no need for friendship. You cheated and you were on a dating site. You were not even remorseful about it. I was a joke to you." And she went on to say, "I spent a lot of time last year on your stupid project while you complained about lots of things about me and took advantage. And by the way, we are not friends and we will not be friends ever. Also tell your friends that we will never be friends. If you ever want my help, come with an invoice of things you want and I will charge you accordingly. But please, taking advantage of me is something that I won't ever allow to happen." And the guy puts a laughing emoji. Wow. And then she replies, "Money talks and bullshit walks." Yes, gal. Tell the ogre. Tell him, tell ogre. The guy writes, "I know you too well. I won't let this degenerate beyond this." What a douche. And then she responds, "Nah, you haven't seen my wrath yet. But good. You know your place now. Do not overstep." And the guy replies, "Exactly my point. You think you've got some moves or leverage. If I ever open my mouth to talk to you, your self-esteem will flush down the pit. So kindly watch your moves." Mud! And then he goes on to say, "I don't want this to be like, oh, he's throwing tantrums because I refuse to help him. So let's just leave it at that. And don't let me ruin the rest of this year for you, okay?" What a dick. And then she replied, "Just fuck off, man. You are a disgrace of a man. A disgrace to be called a man. Can't take accountability for your actions and are a coward. It's disgusting. Go and do that project without me, please. Just go and Bumble and find someone else to use. My self-esteem can never be crushed by a man with a small dick like yours." Hey. Did you ever... Hey. I can't even continue. "Did you ever wonder why I never came back to you? I'm flourishing way better without you in my life, and I curse the day that I met you. Today will be the last day that you think of me. I wish you nothing but chaos and disaster in your life." Mud. And then it goes on to say, "After I sent the last message on Instagram, I blocked him on everything, even LinkedIn, but I forgot this man had my email. Oh." After an hour, I received a 2-page email titled "The Hard Truth." It said, "Dear Yokozuna, he was just really insulting my weight and said that the 10 months he never even liked me, but he got me presents for Valentine's Day and Christmas Day. His ego was hurt. I really didn't read the email. It just took 30 seconds. I deleted it and sent him an email. I told him to leave me alone and that it's funny that he's insulting my weight when he looks 6 months pregnant with his pot belly. I told him he was Satan's son himself. He replied, but I immediately deleted the email and reported his email. The weird thing is, he is angry because I refuse to let him use me anymore. I usually never mean this, but this time I really had to tell him the truth. I feel a weight was lifted off my shoulders. A true Yoruba demon from a shy Zimbabwean girl. Mad thing! Message number 3. It was my final year in college and I was working on my dissertation. My laptop just gave up on me and he lent me his so I could finish my paper. As I'm trying to log into Gmail, I open his Gmail account and which he had forgotten to sign out. I decided to snoop. I mean, when the door is open, what do you do? 3 emails down, I find a whole email thread between his sister and his actual girlfriend. He was shopping for an engagement ring and she was confirming her size for the ring with the sister based in a different country. That's the day that I found out that I'd been aside for a whole year. Nope, there were no other signs. He just had 2 completely different lives. Please note, the sister knew about the both of us. Mud! Message number 4. I got caught cheating way back after calling my voicemail from the house phone. My ex hit redial and he was able to hear my voice messages from the other dude. Oh my word. This must be way back in the day though, because hey, who does voicemails anymore? Message number 5. I found out I was being cheated on when I came across a picture of my man and his friend's sister on Instagram. I followed my friend's sister's account. I shared the picture with him and my girls separately without saying anything. In my mind, I was thinking, hey, small world. His reply was, yeah, that's my sister-in-law's best friend. My girls on the other side went into investigation mode. My girl sent the pic to her sister in the picture asking her what's up with her and the dude. The sister replied, I don't just post random dudes on my Instagram. Eesh. Message number 6. I got caught through Facebook once. She suspected I was cheating, so she went through trends in my comment section and she started following the other girl and they added me into a group chat with them and their friends. My way. I exited and they added me back. And that's where it ends. I guess it was all disaster after that. Mud. Message number 7. Hi Tinto. I have to say this story. Back in the days when there was Star FM, and that's a radio station in Zimbabwe, by the way, they had an afternoon program called Drive Time or something like that. I've forgotten. So yeah, me and my partner, things, are going really well. So I used to tune into the program every day. And on this fateful day, lo and behold, my partner goes on the line. I hear Kuti, no, I know this voice, man. Mind you, we talked earlier about everything and everything was fine. He was on the phone and they speak and the radio presenter says to him at the end, any special greetings to somebody special? And then he laughs on radio and then he goes, it could be a guy or a girl or whatever. And the guy goes on to say, I want to give a big shout out to a special woman, names the person. And me, I'm like, what? I can't be a relative. I got chest pains. Yo, the guy didn't approach me and I didn't approach him on that very day, but I waited. And when I did, the guy tried to cover it up well, but the truth was out there on radio. Thinking about this, I don't listen to radio shows anymore. Mud. Message number 8. Well, this was crazy. Bay's side chick, or in this case, main chick, I don't know, took his other SIM card and started using it on WhatsApp because she had taken it forcefully and didn't get a chance to delete my number. Anyway, she posted a picture together on the state. She posted a picture together on status and I replied to him, hun, do we have to keep fighting about this girl? Wakundi Jairira. Only for her to reply to me, oh gosh, I was just hurt. Wow. Message number 9. A mutual friend sent a picture of my then boyfriend on a photo shoot with someone else and asked who's that. Confused, I asked for some context and she said one of her friends sent her that saying it's his profile picture and all. Funny thing, Both of us had been blocked from seeing his profile picture. I was devastated. Oh my God. When I confronted him, he said his friend had opened a studio and there were models there, and he blocked me from seeing because he knows I would overreact. I just knew from that day that was it. Didn't even wait for any silly explanations. I never spoke to him again. You did yourself a favor, sis. Message number 10. Well, ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Do pagapira sarungano. Wow. Okay. Message number 11. Well, she took my phone before leaving my house for the night. I didn't see her do it, and I thought that it was on the charger. I only realized she had it when she came in the early hours of the morning, mad as hell, threw my phone at me, and then walked away. Turns out, she poked this girl, and she responded by spilling all the tea on how she enjoyed our last entanglement and wanted to do it again. Mind you, this entanglement was in a different town. Long story short, the damage control was brutal, but I wore them both down eventually. Oh my days. Message number 12. Ha! Please don't laugh at my Mjolo foolishness. I'll do my best. So, the first guy, this was in high school. I was like in Form 3 and this guy was like upper 6. Me and wanting bad boys. My friends were like, he's bad news, so stay away. But this was my first boyfriend. I was so in love and even thought once I finish school, I'll get married to this guy and what, all of that. I started hearing things that he was dating another senior girl and she was perfect. I confronted him, but he denied it. Eventually, I found out it was true through her. She showed me text messages, then was like, oh, do you know we always play Lie About Us by Avant because you keep holding onto an illusion. Me and my silly behind, I brushed it off. And then she started finding all excuses to punish me and use her power as a prefect to show me who was in control. Mud! So eventually, I broke it off. I didn't learn my lesson first time. Then my second relationship after that, I had this guy who I met and apparently he had a girlfriend who he was breaking things off with. Does this guy not take us for the same event once? The whole night he was going back and forth. People have energy. They eventually called it quits, but my stupid ass stayed with this guy and he did the same thing to me with another girl a year later. Hey! She started messaging me and threatening me to leave her man. Girl was ready to beat my ass. And I was like, Naimari, I'm too young for this. So I was like, take him, Hako. Funny thing is that over 10 years later, me and this girl are now friends. We realized he was a small boy with a heap of stress. Hey! Message number 13. I found a hickey on his neck. Ooh. I asked him what it was, and he said he had a spider bite. But I said, okay then. A few weeks later, my friend called me and told me that there was a girl who had a photo with my man on Facebook. I went on Facebook and there was #myman, #loveofmylife. So I said, what? I messaged the girl and she said, our man called me the crazy ex-girlfriend and told me to back off and let them be. That's exactly what I did. A few months later, she contacted me and said, like, damn, he did that to me too. I'm sorry. Who's laughing now? Hey, yeah. People are moving mad. Message number 14. How do I know he was cheating? I saw a message of him attempting to flirt with a girl from his hood, and I quote, what would you do if I leaked your vagina? I just told him the spelling was wrong, and we moved on. In fact, I'm on my way to the feeling station seat once I get over the trauma. Come through, yeah. Message number 15. I was caught cheating by the same guy twice. First time, he went through my phone in the middle of the night, in brackets, and he saw the conversation I was having with an old varsity mate. And when I woke up, I realized my phone was tampered with, so I went in to delete any incriminating conversations. He confronted me in the morning and I denied because the conversations were deleted. Nigga did some FBI forensic stuff and asked me to delete my WhatsApp and reload it. because it will load the conversations from your last backup. My pride made me conform because I didn't trust the process would work. But it did. And there I was in the possession of the evidence against me. The second time around deserves its own episode. Mad! I need to connect with you, fam. I think you got some 2 interesting breakup stories right there. Message number 16. Hi, Tinto. For the midweek drop, me and my then fiance were supposed to get engaged in December. So before the engagement took place, I found out that she was cheating when one of the side dudes sent me a voice note telling me, So apparently, she was sleeping in hotels. There were voice notes and all. And when I confronted her about it, she said that the dude who sent me the voice notes was a bad friend. He was not supposed to do that, otherwise, apananyaya. Yeah. And then the message closes out by saying, so after God, fear women. Mud ting. Message number 17. She told a workmate, my cousin, that she had moved into a house with a guy and was planning to break up with me. She described me so well, the dude figured it out and told her that he was going to call and tell me. She broke up with me that same day before he called. And the dude enjoyed the weekend. And he called me a week later anyway. So the thing for me is how you get them is exactly how you lose them. Karma is a bitch. And no, Tinto, I'm not doing an episode. Okay, you've dodged a bullet because I was coming for you right there. Message number 18. Please hide my ID. Ha 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 ha. I was in uni dating this boy. He had some serious problems, but cheating, well, wasn't one of them, at least, from what I observed man's to be. He was jealous, overprotective, overbearing, hated my male friends. He hated all of my friends because they called him on his shit. Anyways, he asked me what I would want as a gift. I told him a painting. I'm obsessed with portraits and paintings. My birthday came and went, and there was nothing. This boy was asking, how do I please you? I would tell him, but this boy never practiced my answers. Anyhow, fast forward, his overbearing self got to me and I left the relationship. 3 weeks later, I'm at the right place at the right time. I hear the beautiful things he has been doing for his new girlfriend. Well, that's what I thought. The painting, the tips that I'd given him whenever we do stuff, she was the lucky lady receiving them. I asked, okay, cool, how long have they been together? 6 months. 6 good months. When I thought these 3 weeks had been healing, this was Heartbreak 2.0 just starting. I had more questions than answers. So, what made this even worse was because he had insisted we keep it a secret and we'd been dating for a year. Half of that year, he had been dating someone and everyone knew. Because it was a secret, no one felt that there was a need to tell me. Also, this lady had been on his status. I just thought they were friends. Foolish me. She had been in my face the whole time and I had no idea. The sweetest thing happened. She broke his heart into many pieces. That lady did the Lord's work for me because their relationship was out and, well, the end was out there too. Mud. Message number 19. Final year at uni, nigga had me start studying with him instead of my friends and I had gladly obliged. I got to his room to get him so that we can go and study. Mind you, this is on a Thursday and we start our final exams on the following Monday. I get to the room, he's not there, so I wait. Whilst just waiting, I decided to use his laptop. As I'm just hovering on his home screen, I see a folder WhatsApp images and I'm like, let me see these WhatsApp images and pass time. I get in, nothing interesting in there. Next, I'm like, let me go to the sent WhatsApp images and oh my Lord, what I find there. Pictures of him and the girl taking selfies on the same bed I was seated at, butt naked. He is actually the one taking the selfies in the same sheets he had given me to wash before. Mad! So he came and I just left the picture open and I just said, look at your laptop, nigga. Oh well, that was that. He confessed to the cheating and what happened next is a story for another day. Hey, we want to know what happened. These men are just donkeys. I just thank God I passed my final exams because, the pain was indescribable. Message number 20. We met at church. went on a couple of dates. We were talking, flirting, and getting on really well. I had to come here for university and left him behind. We continued talking. We weren't really official yet, but we both felt the same for each other, and he had confessed his love for me. Just on a random day, my cousin sends me a picture of them kissing. I felt numb. She knew him, and I had something. She told me that they had been going on dates ever since I left. Confronted him, he denied. I never sent him the picture though. I deleted him from my life ever since. Your cousin is dodgy though. Jeez. Message number 21. I was turning off his phone as it was playing music, and a WhatsApp message came in saying, I miss you. I wish you were here cuddling me. I'm like, huh? Tapped into it, and I went into a whole rabbit hole. He tried to deflect and say he tried to speak to me about it. Of course, he never, isn't it? But yeah, he later came back and apologized. And I said, I now know him enough. And if this goes the way that it's supposed to, he will always come back. So I kicked him to the curb. He left my house and his clothes in a paper bag. Message 22. I literally sold myself out by saying he has an ex-wife. Ganti, she's the current wife. And he had some silly story. Then I found out that he was with someone else who said was his cousin. She later sent the wife onto me to cover her tracks, and it didn't work. People are messy. Hey. Message number 23. After about 3 years together, knowing and meeting each other's family, in year 3, we are sitting in the car and his phone rings and he doesn't answer. I innocently ask, what's up? And he says, oh, it's my mom. I'm like, but you always talk to her and answer. Then mom, in quotes, keeps calling and he had to answer. Mom, in quotes, turned out to be the new person. Mud! Message number 24. Long distance plus lack of communication, I got emotionally involved with someone else. On the day we were supposed to hang out with my experiment, my boyfriend surprises me with an I have relocated back call. And I'm here outside to pick you up. I'm with him and my experiment starts calling. I tried texting, hanging up until I put him on loudspeaker and he was blowing a fuse about why all of a sudden my boyfriend was an issue that he wasn't before. My boyfriend was next to me calmly listening. I was embarrassed, but the starting point for candid conversations was then. People have been through the most. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope that has encouraged you guys to buy me one coffee for £3 at www.buymeacoffee.com/feeling station to celebrate hitting 500,000 downloads and streams. I love you guys. You guys are incredible. Let's catch you on next weekend's episode.
This is my song. This is my jam. This is my song.